Hello, hello, hello. Y'all know what time it is. It's Janae, also known as the Travel Vets, coming to you live this evening through my 40/40 challenge everyday live, breaking down the biggest misconceptions about being a travel advisor, talking about my journey as a travel advisor. As y'all can probably tell, I was ready to go to bed, but hey, I was like, I gotta go live. So here I am, raw and uncut. Love me, like me, don't, whatever. Um, I am who I am, and I love to share as much as I can without gatekeeping and for free because knowledge is power, but the said execution of said knowledge makes you powerful. So let's go ahead and jump into these things today, you guys. I actually got my banners ready. Let me go ahead and pull them up. All right. So popping up. People will know what we're talking about. So, really, as we get ready to dive in, I'm not a salesperson. Let's talk about this. One of the biggest fears people have about starting a travel business is I don't want to sell to people. I am not a salesperson. But listen, here's the 411 and the absolute truth. You don't need to be a salesperson to succeed in this industry. You don't. Instead of like pushing people to buy something, your role is really to help people book better, stress-free, and more rewarding travel experience. The same thing that you would like when you go on your vacation or your getaway, right? So again, you don't have to sell anything, but service is everything. So we're going to talk about 5 points, a few points right here, kicking off with people book travel every day. So you're not selling, like I said before. You're serving. So every single day, just to give you more details, there's millions of people catching planes, trains, automobiles, cruises on top of that, hotels, vacation packages. These people are going to do it with or without you. The difference is putting yourself in the way so they can book through you. So instead of going to this.com or it.com, I'm going to be nice and not name no. I'm going to go ahead and be real. Expedia.com, Ticketmaster.com, they need to go to YOU.com. All right? So think about it. If someone asks you for a restaurant recommendation and you suggest your favorite spot, are you selling? Are you simply sharing valuable advice? Because that's exactly what a super duper travel producer does, right? So basically change your mindset. We're not in the convincing business for people to spend money. You're just basically showing them a better way of what they're already going to do anyway. All right. So if you are this person, I want you to put in the chat, if you're watching a replay, whatever, have you ever helped a family friend or a family member find a great travel deal? Drop a little airplane emoji in the comments. I would love to know. That takes us to our point number 2, that travel advisors provide value, not pressure. So no one likes to be pressured into making a purchase. No one does. But people love to feel like they're getting value, right? Value, value, value. The price is what you pay. The value is what you get. And your role isn't to sell travel. It's to provide expertise, time-saving benefits, personalized service, and just kind of peace of mind. So think of yourself as a travel concierge, not as a salesperson, because you're not just booking trips, you're curating a unforgettable experience. All right. So here's a question for you: would you rather book travel with someone who listens to your needs, or through a generic website? Let me know. Put in the comments. Would you rather book travel with someone who listens to your needs or through a generic website? All right. Post in the comments below. Moving on to our point number 3. Most people prefer booking through a trusted person versus a faceless online site, like I mentioned before. The biggest misconception people have is that travelers only book through online sites. That is not true. But this is true. when it comes to big trips, people want that human support, that voice. They don't want that bot. So many travelers hate dealing with customer service hotlines and automated systems, but people are willing to pay more for a trusted person who will take care of them. But I would like to debunk that myth because depending on the travel advisor and the person you go with, you don't pay them. You pay for the supplier, and that service that you're getting makes you want to pay them even more. Because again, when we talk about price is what you pay, but value is what you get, especially when you get the right one. And if you are already that person and you're doing it already for your family, think about the money that you can be getting paid. That's all I'm saying. When you build that trust with your audience, with your people, they will feel natural to choose you over some faceless website. Like they know YOU.com. They don't know the people that's behind Expedia. They don't know Orbix, Priceline. They don't even know that his brother, another wealthy gentleman owned like it's a sister chain. So both of them are in the same market. Yeah, so look that up. Again, but they can reach out to YOU directly and they can understand that they can share their preferences with you and you can get them, better information, you can share with them and better value, more bang for their buck. So the question that I have for you now is, have you ever had a bad experience booking through a big travel website? Because I'm curious. I know during the pandemic, there are a lot of things happen, but just off the, just in general, I know I looked up the feedback and different things from different online platforms. So for you, have you ever had a bad experience through a big travel website? Put in the comments. You don't have to put what it is, but just say yes or no. All right. Let's go on to tip number 4. All right. Tip number 4. The key to success: authenticity plus education equals bookings. Yes. The number one way to attract clients without feeling salesy is to simply educate and share your passion for travel. It's the thing that I did and I continue to do, and it's the thing that I share with my team to do. Be you, be your true self. People know, like, and trust the person that they're buying. You versus another person, right? So show them who you truly are. I don't mind coming online saying, hey, I am the chosen, right? I don't mind coming online saying, hey, I was getting ready for bed to say I needed to do this. I don't mind at all. But this is just showing you who I truly am. I don't have to be made up all pretty all the time. Then you're going to be saying like I'm fake. I'm just saying, not that I cater to, other people's opinions, but I am just me. And if you're just truly who you are, then guess what? Your client is going to see that for what it is. And instead of you having to book with you, they're just going to be able to be like, okay, I want to hear more from you. So share your travel tips. You guys, if y'all know me, I love Travel Tip Tuesday. If you watched the segment yesterday, I dropped a couple of tips, one tip in that while I was doing it. So you want to avoid long airport security lines. Y'all know we have talked about Clear. We have talked about global versus TSA free, being able to get more value for 2 for 1 versus having 1, and learning how you can just go to the airport and do it even when you're coming from a different country immediately, right? That's the conditional interview that you need, right? So sharing those tips, highlight deals, hey, guess what? Norwegian cruise line right now has until 2026. If you guys didn't know, this is wave season, January, February, March for cruisers. So if you're a cruiser out there, the deals are happening. And Norwegian Cruise Line has a deal that's going on where children get the cruise for specific sailings up until 2026. We're talking about the whole entire year of 2025 on Norwegian Cruise Lines. Your children can go for free. Right? Check out that deal. Showcase your experience as a super duper travel producer. Like, did you know you can get free upgrades at certain hotels? Yes, based on your status. Here's how. Sharing that information. Did you know that, hey, when it comes to booking with Frontier, that if you have a bag that's over 40 pounds, they consider that overweight. So the price you pay maybe for that not carry-on, but that that first piece of luggage might have been $69, right? Or your first piece, but we're used to a 50-pound limit at most airlines, right? But not Frontier, 40 pounds, right? If it's over there, they charge you an additional $74. It ends up being $144 for one suitcase that might have been over maybe a few pounds, right? Ask me how I know. I did it by accident, but I wasn't overweight, but I purchased the overweight one by accident and then found out just like that how they have that stipulation and was like so confused about it. But that is the tips and the showcasing my expertise, not to my own horn, right? All right, you guys, the final tip. Thank you guys for hanging with me. We're about to wrap this up. Number 5, the final tip. Y'all see it right there, scrolling across the line. How I naturally attract clients without feeling like I am selling them, right? Again, when I first got started in this industry over 8 years ago, I didn't have a sales bone in my body, and I still don't, because again, the military didn't teach me how to do that part. They taught me how to shoot, move, and communicate, right? So I didn't want to feel pushy. So instead, I focused on just posting travel content, showing people the world, different places by sharing what me and Gloria do, sharing our life, again, being authentic and sharing our experience as a mom and a daughter traveling different places and locations, right? And then just answering, simple travel questions whenever people ask for advice. Again, sharing my own experience, being able to share recommendations and talking about travel in just regular conversations and building that relationship, because business just naturally follows when you talk to someone that's passionate just as much as you are about travel, and then talking about how you can actually monetize, even excites and enhances that conversation. The result is people will just naturally come to you. They will just naturally come to you, and no selling is required. Remember, it is serving, not selling. So have you ever given travel advice to someone? That's my a two-part question. Have you ever given travel advice to someone? Put in the chat. And I want you to imagine getting paid for that advice. I want you to drop serve below if you want to learn how. And that's going to segue me into my call of action, because if you love helping people, others, you can succeed in travel without being salesy, but you can do it by serving, right? So I am going to thank you again for dropping in. Oh my gosh. Hey, cousin. He said he has. Okay. Hey, Miss Denise. All right. So just remember, be passionate, help others, provide value, build trust, stay consistent, and let people come to you. Be that vibe, attract your own tribe. And the best part is, if you're not making money doing it right now, I am just sharing information on how I got started. If you want to know more information about how that works, I would definitely, again, put serve in there, and I will share, just like I was provided the amazing information for me to get my business started 8 years ago. All right. So I like likes. Y'all know how it rolls. I like likes. I like hearts, and I like shares, because what? Sharing is caring. And I really cannot believe I really had y'all in the dark. For real, for real. Like, with no light. Oh my goodness. Woo! Forgive me. I wasn't ready, and I didn't do that on purpose. I knew I was getting ready for bed, but okay, anyway. So y'all forgive me for the darkness. Okay. So I like likes, hearts, and I like shares, because sharing is caring, like Gloria said. But also, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do but simply love me back. If you're in a position to do this, if you're in a quiet place and you don't want to wake nobody up, don't do it too loud. But raise your hands in the air. Now waving like you just don't care. To the left, to the right. Now hold it. Make an X right here. I want you to take this right hand and put it on your left shoulder. Take this left hand, put it on your right shoulder. I want you to give yourself a big old squeeze. Consider yourself hugged and loved. See, it's the end of the day. So if no one has told you today that you were loved, we're ending out the day by me sharing that I do love you. All right. If no one gave you a hug, I just did virtually. So end the day with a 2 thumbs up. That's my gift to you. It's free of charge. And you can pay it forward and do the same thing to somebody else. Because again, it's Winning Wednesday, y'all. And if you haven't been paying it forward on Winning Wednesday, when you have it too, keep this in mind. Drop $5 off in the grocery store underneath the info meal. Y'all know formula is high. $5, $10, whatever you got. Put in a box of diapers. Just scroll through there. Put money in diapers. The blessing that it will make for a family in need, or a single mom in need, or dad that's in need, when they open up that formula and they got some money there. They open up those diapers, they got some money there. Just pay it forward in whatever way that you have to on Winning Wednesdays, and make that part of the practice for your life. All right, moving forward every Wednesday throughout this year 2025. Let's commit to it. Y'all with me? Let's do it. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care.